Did I hit go live without thinking through what it is I'm doing? Does my mic even work? Why didn't I eat dinner first? What am I doing? Manage your channel directly from your phone. Okay, mobile dashboard, thank you. Um, I got a salad. It's a Southwest salad. Oh, you can't eat on stream. Look, it looks good. Oh, you can't. Hold on. Professional streamer. Look at the light. I promise it's good. It looks really yellow on screen, but it's a salad. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Um, I haven't streamed in so long that my activity feed says it's too quiet in here. We'll show your follow, subs, cheers, and raid activity here when you have some. Which means I haven't had any in a minute. Hi, Xanth! 39 months, thank you so much. I really should have eaten this salad before I hit go live. So my last stream was June? And it's August 6th now. Oh, I should not eat on stream. It's gonna be like loud and crunchy. I'm just gonna do it. I'm hungry. Welcome to my mukbang. So I had an idea. Hold on. It's showing my second monitor, which is a TV, which is way bigger than the size of this window. That'll work. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Can I edit this? No. Oh, it's in presentation mode. Fuck. Hello everyone, let's play a game. How do I how do I edit it? Can I change it on the fly? I cannot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. How do I stop? Exit presentation. Oh, what is it showing now? Oh, that's my desktop. You can't see anything, so it doesn't matter. Xanth, you are probably beating me at gamer score. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Mm. That was a big piece of lettuce. Okay. I was doing this for a dumb bit, and now it's... Okay. Here we go. Okay. Will it do it now? Top reasons Steph hasn't streamed. That's me. Da da da. Welcome to my PowerPoint. I haven't created it yet. Welcome to my TED Talk. Okay. Number one reason. Actually, I don't know. Hold on. How can I make a list? I'm gonna do list format. Okay. Okay, get this out of here. Alright. Oh, wait. I need a text box. Insert. Text box. There we go. We're gonna make a list. Move this. No, don't rotate it, dumbass. I'm sorry, Canva. I didn't mean to call you a dumbass. That's not nice. Okay. Da 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 da. No. Wait, no. No, get out of here. Oh my god. This is a mess. Present. Over here. Full screen mode. Okay. Top reasons Steph hasn't streamed. Number 1. I was not expecting the animation. That was... Oh, I'm dark. Hold on. Number 1, road trip. I went on a road trip. It was fun. We left in the middle of June, and we got back beginning of July, and we went to 10 states. I drove the entire time. It was like 5,000 miles altogether. Do not recommend. Driving the whole time, I mean. Definitely should have let my mom drive, but I just drove the whole time. Definitely hurt my ass. Just kidding. That's weird. Why are you guys showing up to this? This is my stream. This is all I got. Number 1, road trip. How was Corn Palace? We didn't get to go. I'm very upset. Corn Palace is in Mitchell, South Dakota. And our time in South Dakota was literal hell. Just kidding. South Dakota was actually really fun. But prior to South Dakota, we were in Wyoming. And Wyoming has speeding tickets and tornadoes. Did not love that. Also, I'm eating. I'm sorry. If you hate that, I don't know. I haven't streamed in almost 2 months. And, like, if you go a long time without streaming, to, like, try and make yourself stream again, it's really hard. So I'm just here. Did you go to Devil's Tower? I was on my way to Devil's Tower. It was a trek. It was a journey. So there I was, minding my own business, driving on the freeway, literally en route to Devil's Tower. We stopped in Buffalo, Wyoming, I believe, at a McDonald's. Whole day we were like, it's kind of dark and cloudy. That's weird. It's like 1 o'clock. It feels way later. But it wasn't raining, wasn't windy. It's just kind of overcast, and it felt like it was later than it was. We stopped at this McDonald's. Now, mind you, prior to Wyoming, we had just spent like 3 days in Yellowstone. And the hotel we stayed at, it's generous to call it a hotel. It was more like a cabin. We did not have cell service. We did not have TVs in the room. We did not have like phone, Wi-Fi, or any of that. I'm wearing my Yellowstone shirt from Walmart. I did not buy it at Yellowstone. I bought it at a Walmart. But anyway, wow, tell the story, motherfucker. Okay, so we stopped at this McDonald's. We had no idea what was going on, where we had been, what was happening. And I was eating my double cheeseburger, minding my own business. I even got a free fry, because it was Free Fry Friday or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, we overhear the manager going, "Yeah, I think we're going to have to close the store early." And then I heard the other manager go, "Well, we've had tornado warnings before. It might not be that big of a deal." And there's like no one in this McDonald's except for me and my mom and like maybe like one other family. And hey John, what's up? Sorry, I'm monologuing here, me and my salad. So we literally were like, "Excuse us. We're not from here. What? Like tornado warning? Is it a watch or a warning? Cuz those are two different things." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, there's a tornado." And I don't know. I don't remember at this point if it was a watch or a warning, but he said that there was a warning or a watch. Insert what it was here. Um, and he said, like, "Where are you guys headed?" And I said, "Well, we're going to Devil's Tower." And he went, "Ooh, that might not be the best idea." Because that was in the middle of the fucking tornado watch/warning zone. So he said, we were like, okay, so I'm in bumfuck nowhere, Wyoming. My next hotel is in Rapid City, South Dakota. So I don't have any lodging or plans or like we were passing through, right? And he was like, "Yeah, if I were you, I would just keep going, but maybe don't stop at Devil's Tower." So we're like, "Okay, cool." And he's like, "Yeah, and if I were you, I would leave now." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So we get back on the road. We're not even on I-90 or anything because we had diverted to go to Devil's Tower, so we were like off the main path. All that to say, there was a tornado. We were not in it, but we were very close to it. And your girl has never been in like bad weather. I mean, like Washington State, we get earthquakes occasionally. I can handle a thunderstorm, but like I've never been in a tornado. I've never been in a blizzard. I've never been in a I don't know. I've never been in it. So, the speed limit out there is 80 miles per hour. And I think I was going like 100. And as we're going on our little happy little journey, it starts raining. And it's not just like Washington rain where it's like a little sloppy. It was like big shower rain. And we noticed that like it's pretty dark around us. Like at this point it's about 2 p.m. And it felt like it was like 5 or 6 p.m. It's cloudy all around us, but it wasn't, we didn't see the cone. So like of the tornado. So we weren't, to my knowledge, in actual danger, but we were like in the surrounding area of danger. Probably one of the scariest moments of my life until we were coming back. So we went Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, what's my direction there? Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, back up to Wyoming, back up to Montana, Idaho, Washington. That was our like circle across like 2.5 weeks. On our way back in Wyoming, same thing happens. And at this point, I had learned to turn on like severe weather alerts on my phone. So I'm driving on the freeway, and it's severe weather alert. And it said something like, you know, severe weather ahead. And we're like, okay, fine, keep going. And then it said like imminent danger to life and livestock, severe weather warning, multiple warnings. It was golf ball size hail, tornado, and like severe wind, I think, were the 3 warnings. And it specifically said between mile marker like 214 and 220 or something like that. I might be getting the numbers off. So that alert popped up on my phone when I was at mile marker 213. And it was, 214. So I'm a mile out. And again, in Wyoming, it's bumfuck nowhere. no offense if you live in Wyoming, but it's just freeway and cows. That's all there. There's no Walmart. There's no Costco. There's no city center or like school gymnasium. There was just freeway, my dudes. And so I didn't know what the hell to do. It was coming down so hard. I drive a really I if you're familiar with cars, I drive a 2013 Chevy Spark. It's about a little bit bigger than a bathtub. It is a very small car. It can fit two people comfortably. It's got a back seat, but like pretty small, right? And I was terrified. That's probably the scariest moment uh of my life. Thomas, do you drive a Spark? What the hell? That's funny if you do. Um Hell yeah. Spark buddies. I don't know. Um do not recommend it for torrential weather, but so we get to mile marker 214. And at this point, the rain is happening so fast. My wipers are on full blast, and it's like not doing anything. I'm driving 20 miles per hour in a 80 mile per hour. Everybody's got their flashers on. We're all just in it together. And there was this moment where people were like pulling off, and maybe this is common, y'all in the Midwest. Maybe this is really common for you. It wasn't for me. People were pulling up under like a freeway overpass and just parking, and like basically I was like, are we all just trying to not die? Is that the plan? Like, and it was like there were only a couple cars like me. The rest were all big trucks. I felt so bad. There was one guy on a motorcycle. We did see like somebody in a van like was like hop in, cuz like what the fuck do you do? Like, and at one point somebody like moved their car, and I just kind of like, cuz a Spark is so tiny, I just kind of shifted my way in the middle. I had all these big trucks on all sides of me. And it's probably a little messed up, but I thought, like, if the tornado is coming through, like, maybe I have, like, four walls. Like, I don't, like, herd mentality, basically. Like, the storm won't see me here. I'm hiding. But like, I don't really consider myself a religious person anymore. And that was the most sincerest prayer I had prayed in a while. I was having a panic attack. My mom is, like, taking videos and was like, oh, look at this. And I was like, yeah, it was so scary. I was like sobbing, but no tears. It was just such a, yeah, naders see you everywhere. And there was a moment where I literally was just like, you know what? Because there was a car in front of me. I said, whatever that car does, they had like, I don't know, Wyoming like license plates. I was like, whatever the fuck they do, I'm doing. So if they stay here, I'm staying here. If they go, I go. Like, I'm just, and I didn't know the person in the car. I just made like a mental pact. So when that car decided to like leave the underpass thing or overpass, whatever, and like head off, I was like, all right, mom, we're going. And we went for probably, it felt like another hour. It probably wasn't, but it felt like another hour of just crawling on the freeway, just going so slow. And when they say golf ball sized hail, I felt like I was driving through snow. It covered the entire roadway. It was like, and it was crunchy, you know? It was, oh, I can laugh about it now, but like, it was one of the most terrifying things I've ever experienced. And I've been talking about this too much, but like a really cool thing happened in that so like this whole pack of cars, basically, we were all in this together. We're driving away, and we finally get to a point where there was like a gas station and like a rest stop, and like literally everyone, and all of us in that pack of cars, we all pulled over. Everyone got off. And I'm at the gas station, and because I had learned on this trip that like gas stations are few and far between, right? And I got a small car, small gas tank. I'm not trying to be running on E, especially in a tornado. So, first gas station I saw, we pulled off. I filled it up. You know, my mom's like, I'll stay in the car. I was like, I just gotta like go walk around for a sec. So I went in the gas station like shop. And this little old lady like was also in there, and she goes, "Excuse me, are you in that little red car? Is that your car?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "I was behind you in the like pack of cars under the overpass thing." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," cuz I cut her off to get like wedged in between all the trucks. I was like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I was in fear for my life." And she goes, "Oh, honey, I was scared for you. Like, you're totally fine. I'm so glad to see. Like, we got through it and we're fine." And I don't know, like, if it was God or the universe or whoever put that little old lady in my path, but like that made me feel so much better. Like, okay, like just shared humanity of like we all went through this experience, we all survived, we're all okay. And she's like, "I live here, it's really beautiful." And I was like, you know, no offense, but I never want to come back to Wyoming because it was scary for me. But yeah, so that's my story of why I didn't go to Devil's Tower. Um, yeah. Anyway, we had a great time on the road trip. Besides that, um, I did get a speeding ticket in Wyoming, so that was less fun. Um, that one, you had a very different religious experience in Wyoming than from me. Did you go to like a summer camp or something? I mean, listen, I don't know what's in. I feel like Wyoming is. There's a reason why the Devil's Tower is there. I'll just say that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But if you've ever been to Wyoming, also I'm just putting Crystal Light in my water. In case this looks weird, I don't know. I was gonna play a video game. I still am going to. I'm just catching up on life, I guess, with y'all. I went to Devil's Tower and loved it. Oh man, at the gas station rest stop they had like a picture of Devil's Tower, and I told my mom to take a picture of that, and I was like, there it is. But man, that's one of the things I'm really disappointed that we didn't get to do, because it's like, I mean, it's not like a wonder of the world, but you know, nature's really cool. So I'm glad you went and loved it. I got a speeding ticket in Manderson, Wyoming, which is like a population of like 7 people probably. I don't know. It's probably more than that. The town is like 3 blocks. I got off the freeway. You like do this turn, you drive through 1 block of the town. It's like city center, post office, I don't know, church. And then you're like off on your adventure. And that 1 little block, the speed limit is 25. But before, you're on the freeway, and after, it says speed limit 40. And I got off the freeway, and I saw up ahead it said 40, and I just went 40, and I got pulled over. And this police officer he's like, "You're not from here," because obviously I'm driving my car with Washington plates. And he's like, "What are you doing in, Manderson, Wyoming?" And this happened before the first tornado. So we were like, "Oh, we're going to Devil's Tower. We're on this 2-week road trip." And he's like, "Oh, where are you coming from?" "Well, we were in Yellowstone. We saw bison as big as our car. Blah, blah, blah." Like, this cop was chatting it up with us. I thought, oh, he's going to let us off with a warning. He takes my license and registration. And he looked at it for a really long time, but he didn't say anything. And I think the reason is because my license is in my new name and my registration is in my former name. And there, I mean, it's Stephanie to Steph and then a different last name, right? So it's like still the same person. Um, but he like looked at it for a really long time and then he went back to his car and then he, I guess, I don't know, ran my info. I had a clean record. I mean, I've had like a couple like red light camera tickets, but no other stuff. So he comes back to our car and he hands me the ticket and he goes, "Well, since you both were wearing your seatbelts, I'm going to give you $10 off. So you only have to pay $140 for your ticket instead of $150 because I'm such a great guy." No, he didn't say that last part, but like he made it seem like he was doing us such a favor. Yeah, 10 whole bucks saved. And he was like, "You can contest this in court on like July 29th." And I was like, "I just told you I'm on a 2-week road trip. I'm from out of state. There's no way I'm going to find myself in Manderson, Wyoming, like a month later." So I just paid the ticket and dealt with it, but it still annoyed me. I know, sick discount. I'm sorry. I'm still just monologuing. What are you guys saying? Um, Devil's Tower was neat to see. I got pulled over last time I was in Wyoming. They'll do it. They didn't check my stuff because I bought legal edibles in Colorado. Is that? I actually don't know this. If you bought it legally, but you're like traveling, like, and you have it on you, will they charge you with possession? Oh, fuck, dude. Really? The lady I got pulled over by let me go. I think because it was like the end of June, right? I think yeah, I don't know if it's real that cops like have ticket quotas and stuff, but I think I was an easy target. Out of state plates. I'm not going to come to court to contest it. Like, yeah, you got me. Like, I don't know. And like they were like, "Oh, you can call and like set up a payment plan if you need to," but there was no like Zoom court or anything. I don't even know if he knew what Zoom was, but yeah, it was an experience. Are quotas real? I always thought that was just a thing people said. I lied earlier. I should come clean. I didn't have a clean record. I got a speeding ticket one other time. I was not speeding. I was going 60 on the freeway, but I spun off the freeway. I was going on a long exit and I slipped off and it was this whole thing. Um, and I took out a light pole. And there was like a cop and like the fire truck came and ambulance and all that and I was totally fine. But I guess because I caused damage, they gave me a ticket for speeding under the conditions, which was that it was raining. What? Oh, have I not told this story? I was still driving. I was driving my 1991 Isuzu Impulse, which was my first car. It was a stick shift. Um, and there's this, if you're familiar with my area, um, I was on Highway 167, exiting onto Highway 410 to go to church as the good Christian girl I was, and was exiting. And it's like kind of a long turn exit because you're going from like north south to east west freeway, so it's like a long turn. And I don't know if it was my car, if it was my tires, if it was me, but I was in the turn and I just lost control. My car spun out. I went down the embankment, down into the other side So where oncoming traffic was, I went across, hit a light pole with my car. The light pole fell, went through my back windshield, and stopped at my headrest. I think I have a picture of this. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it's on my Facebook. Getting the Steph lore tonight. I'm sorry. Did anyone else, like, upload a million albums when you were in high school, like early college, on Facebook? It's like all this information is just out there. Oh yeah, here it is. I found it. Okay. Open image in new tab. Hold please. Okay, and then we'll go to wait. Okay, wait. Hold on. Let me make a new image here. Copy image. Yeah, and then make it bigger. And then present. Can you guys see this? There's my 1991 Isuzu Impulse, parked conveniently. There's the light pole I took out. So if you can kind of see, the freeway that's going left to right in this picture is Highway 167, so headed north, like to Seattle. This is 410 going the opposite direction, so the traffic is going the way my car is parked, but I was coming from the other side, and I did a little twirly twirl, burp, hit the light pole. This was after the firefighters pulled it out of my car, which you can see there. But yeah, I was totally fine. I think I was like... Was I an adult at this point? I might have been like 19 or 20. And yeah, that's what happened to me. So you can see the freeway is like kind of wet. So that's why I got speeding under the conditions. Oh, I should show you guys pictures from my trip. Let's see. I didn't prepare, so I don't have anything like ready to go. I'm trying to see if there's anything like super cool to show. I'm sure there were cool parts of my trip, obviously. It's Yellowstone. I tried escargot at Yellowstone. Hi AP, welcome to my Just Chatting stream. I'm eating a Southwest salad and talking about my life. I'm sorry, we've gotten off topic. This is from a car accident from when I was like 19. Where are the feet? I mean, you gotta pay extra for that. I'm sorry. That's not at the available at the free tier. So let's get back to my PowerPoint presentation. Obviously, that's why you're all here. The reasons Steph has not streamed. So number 1, road trip. Yellowstone was really cool. We there was one moment where we were stopped in traffic, and we hear like we had been stopped for at least a half hour at this point, and we hear like a park ranger saying like, "Please stay in your cars, roll your windows up." And we were like, "What's going on?" A whole herd of bison, buffalo, bison, buffalo, large furry men came towards our car, surrounded our car. I took a video of that. Can I show that? I don't know if I can play a video easily. I can grab a photo though. Okay. Hold please. Copy image. I'll grab a couple photos from my mom's Facebook page because she takes photos of everything. Aren't you so glad you tuned in to this stream? Very high quality stuff here. Copy image. Is this the same image? Did I just copy two of the... Well, it's similar, but you'll get over it. Okay. Present. Welcome to my slideshow. Okay. Look at these buffalo, bison. Buffalo? Bison. I don't know. I got a sticker at Yellowstone that says, is it a buffalo or is it a bison? Biceman? Look how close they were to my car. This doesn't, like, I feel like these pictures do not convey. There were like 20 to 30 bison. Like, if the park ranger wasn't there and if I had a death wish, I would have rolled my window down. There is a video that exists. My mom had her window down and I was like, roll your window up. And she's like, I'm just taking... And I was like, I ain't trying to die today. But they were like, if my window was down, I could have pet him. He was so close. But like, people be dying in Yellowstone all the time for fucking with wildlife, and I don't play. So I rolled her window up and I locked it. But yeah, the park ranger was just, I guess, kind of hurting them because they were on the roadway. But we saw, no joke, probably 20 to 30. There were like little babies like these ones. Both sides of our cars. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. What else can I show you? We saw Old Faithful. We waited around for a really long time to see Old Faithful. Honestly, it was fine. Like, I'm glad I saw it for, like, I don't know, posterity's sake, you know, because it's like a wonder of the world or whatever. But, like, it was fine. Not as faithful as it used to be. I'm literally just stealing these photos from my mom's Facebook page. Oh, this is a video. No, get out. Okay, this will work. Copy image. Paste, please. There it is. Okay. Oh, it pasted twice. I am technologically savvy. Okay. It pasted 3 times. Get out. Okay, it's fine. AP, what are you saying about us being in the trenches? You're not wrong. Anyway, here's Old Faithful. Hey, I'm wearing the same shirt. I also got a hat that day. I don't know if I can be a hat guy. I don't know if I got the right shape of head for it. Um, but there's me and my mom at Old Faithful. Um, so I think they said Old Faithful goes off every 90 minutes or something. Ish. This is like every 90 minutes, give or take 10 minutes. So we had gotten there just after it had erupted. They got like these like benches all the way around. So we got in, we got primo seats, we were sitting, we were waiting. It was like 90 degrees outside. I got really sunburnt that day. Even though I was like super sunscreen, I like missed part of the back of my neck. You can kind of see in the photo. And then like I don't know, a minute before it goes off, all these people you see like in the second photo, motherfuckers just be like basically sitting on your lap. They just come all in and they like swarm you. We were in the front row and look at all these people sitting in front of us. Like, what are you doing? And they don't like say like, "Oh, excuse me." They just go for it, which you know what? I admire their courage. But yeah. So that was that. How was Wall Drug? Wall Drug was an experience. The like all of the like billboard signs really hype you up for it because you start seeing these signs on the freeway like 100 miles out, probably. Like, Wall Drug up ahead 99 miles east. And it's just like they get weirder and weirder. It's like free cup of water, Wall Drug. Like I can't even think of good explanation for these signs. Every time we saw like a sign, it was Wall Drug. But when we got there, we like hadn't calculated correctly, and that was the night we didn't get to our next stop until after midnight. We had to call the hotel and be like, "Can you like, do you guys have an overnight guy? Like, will you guys let us in if we get there late?" We had fun. It was just kind of like one of those things. I feel like you go and you experience it like once, and then you're like, "All right, it was cool." Found the bison video? Oh, because I posted it in Discord, didn't I? What else can I show you? My mom takes a lot of pictures. Like a lot. A lot. Oh, is this a video? Yeah, she took a video when we were in the tornado, which I don't love. Oh yeah, my mom my mom took a screenshot of like the severe weather warnings. Let's see what else we got here. This is like what it looked like in the when we got that warning. She also took a picture out the window. Present. So it said, yeah. Oh, it's tornado watch. So a watch, my understanding, and I only know it from tacos, is a tornado watch is you have all of the ingredients to make tacos, but they might not get made. And then a tornado warning is the tacos are made and ready for you Does anyone else heard this? Am I wild? Yeah, the conditions are right. Yeah. So that was fun. But what if it was a salad? Mm-hmm. So a tornado watch is like, you got the lettuce, you got the Caesar, you got the cheese, but it's all in the fridge. And a tornado warning is that is all in the bowl, ready to go. um, what else we got? We went to this place called Reptile Gardens in South Dakota. It's a lot of fun, a lot of reptiles. Um, we also went to Bear County, USA, which was also a lot of fun. Let's see. Copy image. And then I think this, no. Okay. So this is me and my mom. We were at Reptile Gardens. This was the Tortuga Falls part. They had giant tortoises. My mom touched one. I did not. I was not about it. So if the weatherman says watch out for tacos and you see salad, what do? Listen, taco salads exist. Also, for a tornado warning, one isn't required to hit the ground if a proper funnel cloud is spotted. The warning is sounded. We were like, I thought there were supposed to be sirens, like when there was trouble. We didn't hear no sirens. There wasn't like, where I live, we have we have Mount Rainier, which is like a dormant volcano that's like 500 years overdue for blowing up. Mount St. Helens went off in the 80s. Mount Rainier hasn't gone off yet. So we had Lahar drills when I was a kid. And we still have a Lahar siren. And it goes like, this is just a drill. If this were a real thing, you would hear it louder or something. It says it like the first Monday of the month. And then it says it in Spanish, which is always fun. But yeah, it was like, where's those sirens? There was no sirens. Anyway, at the Bear County, go away, Siri. This is my favorite picture I took of the bear. He's just sitting there thinking, and I was like, man, what would it be like to be a bear? Head empty, no thoughts, just bear. So that's my favorite photo, actually, I've ever taken. I'd like to print it out and like put it on my wall, maybe someday. What else? Oh, we went to Mount Rushmore. Did I tell the story of Mount Rushmore? I will tell the story of Mount Rushmore. So we weren't sure if we were going to get to Mount Rushmore because when we left our hotel that morning, we were staying in Rapid City, and we had to go across the state to Sioux Falls, right? Or Sioux City. Sioux Falls. Yeah. So we weren't sure if we were going to make it because when we woke up, it was raining, and we had already been traumatized by our experience in the weather. So we were like, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to make it or if we should just like head out and keep going. But we did. We did make it. Let's see. Try to show this copy image. Yeah, okay. I have salad in my mouth still. Okay. I just noticed Corn Palace on your desktop image. Oh, yeah. So this, welcome to, this was my vision board that I created in January. And so it has all of my, like, yeah, so it's got Mount Rushmore, it's got, Old Faithful, it's got Corn Palace, and then there's, like, different versions of me. And they all have various meanings. But yeah, that was my, vision board. There's Oscar in the middle, the gray cat. Yeah. So this is me and my mom at Mount Rushmore. And we had just gotten there. And if you've ever been to Mount Rushmore, you know this, but you like park in a parking garage and then you go up like some stairs. And then it's kind of a long, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a hallway, but you're outside basically. And there's flags all the way. It's like this long pathway with all these flags. And then at the very end of the pathway is Mount Rushmore. The picture I feel like doesn't do it justice because I've seen so many pictures of Mount Rushmore, but then you see it and you're like, whoa, that's real. They have a parking garage now? Yeah, I mean, that's where we parked. I don't know how new it is, but so we get there. And my mom and I are walking, and nobody ever asks my mom to take photos, which is a good thing because she's blind. she'll take your photo. It's just it might not turn out the best. But anyway, we're walking, and I see this mom, not my mom, some mom. She's got like a family with her. Presumably she's the mom. I don't know. There's like so many people at Mount Rushmore, right? There's crowds everywhere. She like walked around this big group of people specifically to me and she did the like, she was like holding up her phone and she like turned her head like, excuse me, would you mind? She didn't even get to like asking the question. She was going to say like, would you mind taking a photo of our family or whatever? And I said no. And I kept walking. So she was like, excuse me, would you take a photo? And I just went, no. And and I just kept walking. And my mom said that because I didn't stop. I just, you know, like I had an agenda. We were here. We were going to see Mount Rushmore. We were also going to see Crazy Horse Memorial. And then I had to like get back on the road. Like, and what I had experienced at Old Faithful, if you stop to take one person's photo, you will be taking everybody's photo because I don't know if it's human nature or what, but if you stop and you do the photo and then you go to hand the phone back and then like you turn back to your partner or your mom or whoever, there's going to be somebody else going, oh, excuse me, can you take my photo? And you will just be stuck there forever. And so I just said no. And I kept walking. And my mom said like she was appalled. I guess her face was very like shocked. And it's like, I didn't have any forethought. Rude. I know. I was pretty rude. I didn't like, it was just a split second thing. Like, I didn't want to take her photo and I just kept walking. Um, but like, as I thought about it afterwards, it's kind of unfair to put me in a position where I have to say yes, like based on like social niceties and stuff, like social conventions. Like, don't ask a question that you're not okay with somebody saying no to. But like, I guess she was just like, oh. And my mom was just like, sorry. And the two of us just kept walking. So, if that, I don't know, lowers your um, perception of me or my reputation, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm trying this thing called doing whatever the fuck I want. And like, I wasn't rude. I wasn't like, no, or like snotty about it. I just went, no. And then just kept walking. No wonder you wouldn't take photos of Bulba and I. I absolutely took. I asked you guys to take a photo with me. Rude. So anyway, you can kind of see in the reflection of our sunglasses that it was a selfie because I didn't ask anyone to take my photo. You can see my arm like hanging out. But yeah, we went to Mount Rushmore and then we went to Crazy Horse Memorial, which is right here. It's very it's cooler in person, I feel like. You can't quite see it in this photo, but it's meant to be like the profile, like the side of his face, and then his arm is outstretched. In person you can clearly see like the finger, but his hand is supposed to be outstretched, and then underneath him is supposed to be his horse, I guess. But they had signs that it was like the 50 or the 75 year anniversary. They've been working on this monument for a really long time, so I don't know if or when it will get done. But yeah, that was the story of how I was an asshole at Mount Rushmore. Let's see. Oh, my mom took a bunch of pictures of our hotel and the Ross. We always go to a Ross. It's our favorite store. Let's see. Oh, stop sharing. Okay. The main reason for our trip was we went to Nebraska. I mean, it's not the main reason. Like, we did a lot of sightseeing, but like we went to we wanted to I wanted to take my mom to where her dad grew up. Um and so that's what we did. We went out to Niobrara, Nebraska, which is very small. I think I have the whole town in this photo. They did have a casino though, which we went to. And they didn't card me there. Sorry, I'm copying a lot of photos. And by a lot, I mean 4. It's a lot. Hello? There it is. Okay. I doubt either of those monuments get finished to their full specs at this point. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Noodle Neck? Big Corn fans. I didn't make it to Corn Palace. Anyway, so this was like the point of our trip. We got to Nebraska. We went to Niobrara, which is where my grandpa was from. This is not his gravestone, but it is the family name Nelson. And you can see there's my. Oh, I'm backwards. This way. Wait, this way. There's my red Chevy Spark. That's the car I drive. Um, yeah, we have this family book. It's right here. Nelson Family Tree. And there's all these like I know, doxed. There's all these stories in it. It's only my grandfather, so my mom's dad's side of the family. But it goes all the way back to those that um, came from Sweden. So my family was Swedish immigrants. They came through Ellis Island and they landed in Niobrara, Nebraska, where they were farmers. My grandpa grew up in a little town called Lindy, which is just outside of Bloomfield, Nebraska. And this was, we visited the, like, it was called Swede Cemetery. And we found some potential family members. We can't confirm. There was no information. And this was a really, like, sad cemetery for me because a lot of the headstones had been, like, knocked over. And I did my best. Like, there was one where, like, it had like a wreath of flowers, but they were like fake flowers, not real ones. And like the weather had like kind of, they had fallen off and they were kind of all scattered around. So I picked them all up and I like put them back nicely. And I was like talking to the gravestones, like, I wonder who you were, and like, I hope, I'm trying to clean you up a little bit. And there was one, I felt so bad. His headstone had fallen. I think it was a woman. Her headstone had fallen off, and it was just so heavy I couldn't pick it back up. And so I just like, I don't know if you'd consider it a prayer or what, talking to the ghost or energy left behind. But I was just like, I really did want to pick it up for you and make it pretty again. I'm so sorry I couldn't, you know, be well wherever you are. But yeah, we went to Nebraska. We didn't even stay a whole day there, but we did go to a casino, which was funny because my grandpa was a gambler, and so it felt fitting that his hometown had a casino. And when I walked in, the guy like looked at me and he goes, "You over 18?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm 31." He's like, "Good enough for me. Come on in." Did not card me, nothing. So it's like, all right, cool. I guess you can be 18 instead of here the law is 21. So let's see, anything else worth showing? My mom took a picture of the Come and Go gas station for obvious reasons. Let's see. We went to the Omaha Zoo. We spent like 4 hours there, so my mom has a lot of pictures of all the animals there. That was fun. We went to the Wizard of Oz Museum, which that was in Wamego, Kansas. Wamego, Kansas? I'm not sure if I'm saying any of that correctly. So we had probably spent like I don't know, an hour or so there. They had a lot of really cool like movie memorabilia. I can't talk. We stayed one night in Kansas City, Missouri, and I hated driving there because their freeway system is fucked up. If you're from Kansas City, Missouri, I'm sorry. But it was like, get on the freeway, then in .1 miles, take the left exit, and then like go and do a loop-de-loop, and then get on this freeway and take the right exit. And it was so complicated. And that was my only impression of Kansas City. um, let's see. What else can I show? Um, is this interesting? This might be boring. I'm sorry. It's really self-indulgent. I guess you could turn off the stream if you're not interested in this. Just reliving my road trip. Um, oh, sorry. Why is Nebraska the home of Arbor Day? I don't know. Also, did I say hi, Tricky? Hi, Tricky. I thought of you, Tricky, actually. I watched SummerSlam last night, and they had a Slim Jim promo. The Slim Jim, like, match or whatever. And it made me always think of your Randy Savage impressions of the, oh, yeah, brother, snap it to a Slim Jim. So. Are you going to get a book of this trip, too? Are you talking about the book I made for my mom? I might. I don't know. Oh, the wizard. My head's blocking it. I'm sorry. Did they make the post Slim Jims? Missed opportunity if they didn't. Oh, that would have been cool. Like the ringside. No, they didn't. Um. So this is the Oz Museum. This was not on our radar at all. We were just driving through Kansas for the day, so on our road trip, we stayed in Rapid City, and then we stayed in Sioux Falls, and then we went into Iowa for a little bit. We went into Nebraska for a little bit, and then we stayed the night in Kansas City, and then we were going basically across Kansas to our next stop was in Denver, Colorado. And so we were on the freeway, and all of a sudden we just started seeing, like, Oz Museum up ahead. And so we were like, oh, you want to stop? Which we did frequently on our trip. So this was the Oz Museum. Like, kind of the only thing that we really saw in this town. I mean, it wasn't like a really tiny town. They had, like, grocery stores and gas stations and stuff. But, like, this was obviously their tourist attraction. And it was pretty cool. You walk inside, and the first thing you see is the Tin Man. And this is, like, taller than I am. I don't know if the scale shows up very well. You can see to the left of the Tin Man, there's a hallway. It goes to, like, their bathrooms or whatever. And so, like, it's over 6 feet tall. And you enter... I didn't get a good photo of this, but you enter through, like, the front screen door of, like, Dorothy's house, and then you, like, go through, like, this journey in the Oz Museum. So it was really cool. And then across the street from the Oz Museum is what you see in the left photo, the yellow brick road. And it's just like an alleyway, and, like, they had these, like, basically the story of the Wizard of Oz painted on the walls there in these different murals. And then you can also see next to the left of me, there is a statue of Toto. They had multiple statues of Toto throughout the town, so you could, like, go and see them, and they were all different themes. And so the one in that photo, I think, is Emerald. And then if you look in the Oz Museum, underneath the big Oz Museum sign, there's another Toto there. And then if you look on the far right of the Oz Museum, almost to where the Tin Man photo is, you can kind of see there's a Toto there as well. So that was cool. Did they have Hold the Line or Africa? I bless the rains down in Africa. No, they did not. Let's see. We did make it to Colorado. And we went to Meow Wolf. If you've ever been to Meow Wolf, that was an experience. I don't even know how to describe it other than it was just an experience. It's very much like, I guess, like a museum. No, I wouldn't even call it a museum. It was just like a trip. There there's just there's stuff everywhere. You're like in this like futuristic but also like I can't even find the words to describe it. It was just so weird. um there is one in Vegas. So if you ever get the chance to go, I left that feeling incredibly anxious. So I mean, use your own discretion on if you want to go. But here's a couple photos from that. Actually, I don't think I can show that photo. That photo has tits. So, I mean, not mine, but somebody's. Let's see. Oh, that's where, if you're in my Discord or my Discord friend, this is currently my profile photo. That's where it's from. Let me reshare here. So, interactive art exhibit. They don't have Omega Mart in Denver. They only have the Meow Wolf experience. I've been eating this salad for like 3 hours, I feel like. Anyway. That's my profile picture right now. And there's me, sitting in slime. That means you're a pro streamer? If I can eat on stream? Damn. I should have done this years ago. Let's see. My mom took a lot of photos of Meow Wolf. There's Wyoming again. Montana. Oh, this was cool. I could talk about this. We went to this place called the Garden of a Thousand Buddhas. Which I was interested in. And it was very, I don't know. I guess you could call it like a religious experience, but I don't feel like it was. It was just more so like kind of a reverent experience. Let's see. Try to get some photos. Sorry. I just burped. Can you blame Blair for it? Yeah, Blair, how could you? Did she get a better photo of this? Is that me? Yeah, okay. Copy image. I did not prepare well for this. I'm sorry. Okay. No joke, I did just burp now. Any interesting food experiences on the trip? Instead of chatting, it should be just eating. I did try escargot. I think I talked about that earlier, but I got an email like a couple weeks before our trip that was like, dinner reservations are filling up. Make sure to book your dinner at Yellowstone. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I accidentally booked a dinner at like a really fancy restaurant. Like our meal, we realized once we sat down that we were in trouble because like everything was just so overpriced. I think I paid like $150 for our dinner, um, which I have never spent that much on food in my life. But it's one of those things where you're like, we're on vacation, why not? Um, so I was like, once we saw the menus and it was like, oh, like our entrees are going to be like $50 each. I was like, you know what, whatever. So I asked my mom, do you want to get an appetizer? And we got escargot, which, if you know, is snails, right? Snails or slugs? No, they were in the shell, so snails. Um, Here's the thing. I don't know. Turn off my stream if this is going to gross you out. So they bring us out a plate of maybe like, I don't know, like 8 of them. Maybe not even that much. 6. There wasn't a whole lot. They were in this plate or bowl, and it was like you could see they were in the shells, and there was like a green sauce, which I think was like a pesto type sauce. I think it was like pesto garlic or something. And me and my mom are so like, we're the kind of people that like Olive Garden is fancy dinner for us. But we were on vacation. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna try new things. And so, oops, sorry, I was blocking the. So we try it. I had to ask the waiter how you eat it because I'm like, you don't eat the shell, right? Like, which probably made us look really, I don't know, unsophisticated. They have these like little, like toothpicks. So you got your little shell, you get your little toothpick, and actually, do I have a photo of this? I might. Hold on. Scroll back. That was early in our trip because that was at Yellowstone, which was before Old Faithful. Yeah. Okay. I do have a photo. Hold, please. Okay. Snail warning, I guess. um, so this is what the escargot looked like. I forgot it came with bread. Yeah. So there were what? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 of them, and the bread, and there was like, it was like pesto, garlic, whatever. So I had to ask the waiter, like, hey, like, it's my first time. How do I eat this? I don't want to be like impolite. Am I supposed to crack it open? Like, what do I do? And he's like, no, you take these little toothpick and you put it in the hole of the shell and you like pop it out and put it in your mouth. And he's like, we have bread, so you can kind of like dig it out and put it on the bread and like take a bite that way if you'd like. And so I was like, all right, sure. So the first one came out fairly easy, and it was saucy. It was kind of in the shape of like a nugget. So I was like, you know what? I'm so proud of myself. I'm being so sophisticated, putting my best foot forward. I'm trying this, meal that I would have never tried. I put it on the bread and I took a bite, and it was fine. It tasted kind of fishy, like if you've had like a clam or an oyster, kind of. I would say more like clam. It was like clam texture, so chewy. But all you could taste really was the pesto garlic sauce. There wasn't really a flavor to it. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Sure. All you could taste was the snail. So I get to the second one because I was not grossed out after the first bite. I was like, you know what? Round two. I'm gonna do it. And this sucker was not coming out of the shell. I was like, I was like, I was like two. Stop making hand motions. I was like two toothpicks deep into the shell, trying to get like a hold of it and trying to pop it out, right? And it was like, I mean, it's dead. It's not alive, but it felt like it was wrestling me. Like I could not get it out. Finally, I do, and this motherfucker was fully in the shape of like Gary from SpongeBob. Like it had eye stalks. It had like what I imagine were like the like ridges of its little feet of like this was no longer just nugget shaped. It was like it was fully the full body of the snail, which is probably why it was in there so tightly because it like the other one I think didn't fully come out of the shell. I think I just got like a part of it, but this was like fully formed snail guts. Did it meow? No, but I probably did. And I really tried to be, you know, put on the bread. Oh, I'm gonna throw up just even thinking about it. But I really tried, and I couldn't. And so this appetizer cost us like $30 too. And we took 2 bites of it, and we were both like, "Nope." So that was that. That was my interesting food experience. Thank you for asking, Blake Blair. Um, wait. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I don't know why they pop in like that. Anyway, so we went to the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas. This is outside of Missoula, Montana. I think it's technically in Missoula, but not in the city. Obviously, it's like up in the mountains. It was pretty cool. I, I don't think they had 1,000 Buddhas, to be honest. They had a lot. It was this really like big circular, and there were signs posted like there was significance about like the direction you walked, so you had to make sure you walked counterclockwise. I think I might be getting that wrong. We had to always go left, and so basically you did like a big circle around. But to get to you like drive in and then you park and then you walk through this like long gravel garden stuff, and again it's like 90 to 100 degrees outside, and there's all these Buddhas, and they had this picture that I have here with the Buddhas. You can't see it, but they had placards for each one, so each one was like dedicated to somebody. I think this stretch had not yet been, you could like purchase it, I guess. You could buy your Buddha, and then you got to put like somebody's name or like in honor of, or like a sentence. And so like some of them said like namaste, and some of them said like, you know, the good in me honors the good in you, things like that. But there was one that was dedicated, my mom didn't post the picture, but I have it. There was one that was dedicated to somebody's cat. It said like, oh man, it was something like my faithful friend in time of need, Mr. Whiskers, or something like that. It made me cry. But you can see, so this place with the flags on it, you can see it in the picture with the eagle. It doesn't look that, it doesn't look that steep in this picture with the eagle, but it was up a pretty steady incline, where there's no shade, and it was very hot. But we climbed there, and we got inside, and it was really pretty with the flags, and it was really colorful, and yeah, there was a bit of commercialization to it. It was something like, you can look it up. It's the Ewam Garden of 1,000 Buddhas, but they were definitely like asking for donations. You could donate to get like one of the flags could be your flag, and like one of the Buddhas can be your Buddha. But I think it was really meant to be like a meditative place. Like they definitely had places where you could like stop and like people would like put like coins and stuff in offering to the Buddhas. Um, and then at the very end, we went to a gift shop, and I bought, I don't know if you can even see it. I bought this little smiley. Um, I can't reach it right now. Like thing. There's like a coin purse, and I also, it's just out of frame, but I have a, or maybe you can see it. I have this like rainbow, like dream catcher type thing. It's not a dream catcher, but like a little hanging thing. I bought that from the gift shop. But my mom, my mom's like, so I noticed all your Buddhas are white, 'cause they are. And she's like, do you paint them white, or do they like, are they created to be white? Do people ever paint them different colors? And the guy was like, I assume I assume that he's Buddhist, or at least believes in some of this stuff to work there. Um, he gave like a very diplomatic answer about like how, you know, there are different beliefs when it comes to whether it's appropriate to, you know, paint a Buddha or to leave it, and like what color should be chosen. And he said like personally he like didn't subscribe to any one belief about it, and like he was also telling her like there's different versions of Buddha. There's the Buddha that you see that's like really common in like society, like the fat Buddha, which is not the statues that they have here. It's like a different, I don't remember if he said it was like Chinese Buddha versus like a different iteration. Anyway, she was basically trying to ask if the blue Buddha that we have in our backyard was sacrilegious. And I was so embarrassed. I was like, do not ask him about Buddha. Because we do have, we have a little Buddha statue. I don't know where we got it, but my mom painted it blue. It's in my backyard. So anyway, I might be going to Buddhist hell over that. Who knows? But she did ask, and he basically gave like a non-answer about whether that was appropriate or not. Man, I've just talked about my trip this whole time. Anything else worth mentioning? Oh, I mentioned that I did try the Slim Jim previously, which is why I didn't buy it for SummerSlam. This is the Slim Jim. My mom took a picture of it. It was 3 feet long. Let's see. I have a loophole for you on the Bluta thing. You can say it's a statue of, oh, I don't know how to say that. Maud Galyana? Wait. Maud Galyana, who is typically depicted with blue skin. I wonder if he thought it was a question related to racism. No, because he mentioned that like sometimes you'll see him like stone colored or like golden. Um, but he was like, blue is not a typical color. And I was like, I swear to God, if you say something about Bluta. Yeah, it was not a Slim Jim. It was a slim sword. It was, I think, no joke, probably 2 feet long. I think I said 3 feet earlier, but no, it was big, and it was girthy. It was like meat rapier. Yeah, basically a little meat sword. And I took a bite of it, and it was very gross. So I think that got thrown away at a gas station along the way. It was girthy. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I think that's all of my road trip details that I want to tell you about. So, um, let's see. Um, I'm typing a thing. Why does it put I lowercase? Okay. Back to my TED Talk titled Top Reasons Steph Hasn't Streamed. Can we talk for a moment how great it was that Bianca only got her title for 90 seconds? No! Can we talk about how I love Bianca and I felt like she got cheated because she won? Oh my god, okay. If you don't care about WWE, I'm sorry. It's something I started caring about over the last year. I'm invested. Saturday, last night, was SummerSlam. She sold her knee injury so well, and it was a fake out, but she like there was a scream and she started crying, and she sold it like it was real. Like, we were watching it in Discord, and John WWE, we were not watching it in Discord. We were watching it all legally on our paid for television. Anyway, she sold it so good that we were like, is this real? Is this a spot? Like, we were looking for the refs to see if the refs put the X up, like, to stop, because they kind of, I don't know. She sold it very well that we thought that it could be real. And then I think Noodle Neck was the one that pointed out that, like, she when they like panned the camera back to her when she was like limping down the walkway, like, if it had been a real injury, they wouldn't have done that. And then I was reading on Reddit on r/squared circle that people pointed out that she switched which knee was injured. So at one point it was her right and one point it was her left, which I'm like, dang it, I didn't notice it in the moment. Anyway, she sold it really well, and then she did her fucking like 450 or whatever, and then I was like, oh, obviously it was a fake injury. And then Asuka spit in Charlotte's face, which was really good because I hate Charlotte Flair. I just feel like she's had her time and she needs to fucking retire already. And I had voted for, we did like a predictions, and I had voted for Asuka to win. But I was happy with Bianca winning. And it was all very exciting. And then motherfucking Io Sky had to cash in, which I don't blame her. Like, obviously that's the time to do it, right? But I do feel bad that Bianca won for like a second. You're a fan of her? I am, and I was really sad. I went to Raw in, was that May? She was supposed to be there, but she didn't. She ended up not because there was like some travel problem or something. You can't stand her? Oh, I love her. I love her hair flip and everything. I'm all about it. We're probably gonna get Io versus Kiari Sane as a feud. Oh, that's the girl that they just announced she was coming back, right? Yeah. I'm just glad Charlotte didn't win, to be honest. Because, like I said, I feel like she's had, when they're like pointing out she's had like 15 wins or something, it's like, okay. Yeah, they need more women. Like, bring back, who's the crazy one? Nikki? Right? Nikki something? Bring her back. Where's, we need more women. Nikki Cross. Yeah. What the fuck? Bring her back. I am upset with the Bloodline story. I've been very invested in the Bloodline. Again, you probably can't tell. This is a figure. That's a Roman Reigns figure right there. Actually, it might be this one. Yeah, that's John Cena, actually. I have John Cena and Roman Reigns action figures. I'm very invested in the Bloodline story. It makes no sense for Jimmy to turn on Jay. And if they were gonna go, I've seen a few different theories that, like, One theory was that um, Jimmy was trying to stop Jay from like becoming Roman, like you're like letting it get to your head, you're like becoming too violent or whatever. I don't feel like they built that story up enough for that to be a plausible reality because Jay was not acting crazy. Also, I'm upset because they said tribal combat meant no interference and there was interference, which of course there was going to be, but like I don't know. They also didn't make it like very tribal combat-y, so I was disappointed with that. Thought Jay might have like his face painted or like something cool. I don't know. Maybe the elders would be there. Um and the other thing I've seen is people saying that Jimmy was jealous of Jay, which I think could be a compelling story, but again, they haven't built that up, and it makes no sense because the whole reason Jay got the spot was because Jimmy had gone to the local medical facility, and like it just they fumbled the bag. I feel like so it'll be interesting to see how they like run it back for SmackDown because they probably won't do anything on Raw, right? Because that's not their show. But like, it just felt weird, and I'm interested to see how they explain it because I feel like I I've only been a fan for like 6 months, so maybe I have rose tinted glasses on. But like, I feel like they're pretty receptive to audience feedback. Like, LA Knight has like blown up, and he's starting to get like his time in the sun because like all the crowds love him, right? I feel like universally nobody liked the Bloodline, like the Swerve. That might just be the social media, the Twitter and the Reddit pages I'm on. But like, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have to like. I think I think Triple H or whoever they thought like, we got him. Oh, it's the M Night Shyamalan like swerve at the end, but nobody liked it. So I'm really interested in how they're going to fix that because I think a lot of people are like, okay, Roman won because of fuckery again, and they like it's always the same thing, right? It's always like the underdog, Sammy or Cody or Jay. They're winning and it's going so good and you're cheering them on, and then lo and behold, somebody comes out and they fuck things up, and then Roman wins by like I don't know. All that to say, that was my take on it, and I am still a fan of wrestling. I just didn't like how they did that. I'm interested to see what they do after that. Also, I bought the poster, so like, don't get me wrong, I'm still very much invested in this. Anyway, top reasons Steph hasn't streamed. Number 1, road trip. That was the last hour and a half of the stream. I talked about it. Where were you? Number 2, my health. I went to the doctor. I'm not going to get into all of it. I went to the doctor because I had high cholesterol, I had high blood sugar, and I was just worried. Like, am I fucking dying? Like, what do I gotta do? So I've been put through the ringer. Oh, I didn't take my pill. That's why I was eating my salad, so I could take my fucking pill. I'm on medication now. I'm trying to do all these things. I'm supposed to be drinking. I got myself a fancy cup. It's one of those Stanley cups. Yeah, I'm into hockey. Let me take this pill. I'm supposed to be drinking 160 ounces of water. I'm supposed to be working out 30 to 60 minutes a day. I'm supposed to be taking calcium, fiber, and a daily vitamin. I'm taking a weight loss It's not weight loss. It's metformin. I don't know if they prescribe it to fat people. for diabetic reasons and all of that. I don't know. I'm doing all this shit for my health, and it's kind of fucked me up a little bit. So I haven't been streaming because I haven't felt good, and also because I haven't wanted to. That's number 3. Don't wanna. um, I don't know. I'm really trying. When I've talked to my friends about what my doctor said, they've all kind of said, like, that seems like a lot. Like, she's had me, like, completely change my diet. You know, eating so many fucking salads now. I'm, like, low carb, low sugar, drinking a whole bunch of water, taking medication, all these things, exercising. I'm supposed to be sleeping better, all this stuff. And so I haven't really felt like I've had the, like, physical or emotional ability to stream. Because I'm like, I gotta go fucking for a walk or whatever. So yeah. Number 4 is games. So previously I was streaming Yakuza 4. And I finished Yakuza 3 and then I jumped into Yakuza 4, but I'm a completionist at heart. So I've been going back to Yakuza 3 and I've been trying to finish it. And the fucking achievements are bullshit on Yakuza 3. It's just, I've got 2 achievements left. Let's see if I can show you. Let's see. This one? Yeah. Yakuza 3. I have 2 achievements left. One of them, earn all the other achievements. Pretty easy. And then this one is Ultimate Challenger. Play all rounds in Ultimate Match Mode after beating the game. This is fucking hard. I have been trying to be... I think I'm technically in it right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I was still in an attempt there. So... There was a part of me that really wanted to finish Yakuza 3, like 100% it, before I went back to streaming Yakuza 4. So that was a reason. But also, there's this game called Arcade Paradise. Xanth, you might like this game. Have you played Arcade Paradise? It's on Game Pass, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's on Game Pass, but I bought the DLC. That's what it was. Basically the story of the game is that you're running a laundromat that also has an arcade. And so it's like kind of like maybe like a time management sim, sort of, in that like you're running your laundromat, you have like tasks and stuff. But in the arcade, like, all these games are games you can play in the arcade, and they're like their own spin on, like, popular games. So, for instance, Racer Chaser, which is right in the middle there, is just Pac-Man, but it's set in, like, GTA, basically. It's hard to explain. Zombat 2 is a game... That's this one right here. It's a game I really enjoyed. That was like a shoot-'em-up. Wood Gal's Adventure is just Bejeweled or Candy Crush. Bomb Dudes is, oh, what's the game? I can see it in my head. The bomb game. Where you drop bombs. What's that game called? I can't think of it. Bomberman! Yeah! Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, I loved this game so much. I have 100%ed it on Xbox. And then I bought it on Switch. Not because Switch has achievements or anything, but I just enjoy playing the game. And so now, when I do my daily walk, I have my Switch hooked up to my TV. I have my 2 Joy-Cons in my hand, and I'm walking, and I'm playing Arcade Paradise. So... that's another reason that I have not streamed, is because I've been playing Arcade Paradise and Yakuza 3. Number 5, Discord voice chat. I just streaming is fun, but I have more fun like sitting in Discord and just chatting with folks, and I don't know, it's less formal. It's not like a stream, it's a just a hangout. That's us. Yeah. Okay. You can be number 5. Why are you not in DC right now? Well, DC is uh like District of Columbia. Also, nobody's in it right now. So that's why. But yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun doing that. And then number 6, school. I'm in school. It's hard. It's a lot. I actually should be writing a paper right now. But instead I'm doing this. So, yeah. Check again. DC is in court. Is that divorce court? Oh, now you guys are in voice chat. I see. Interesting. It's in session. I do not bully you, AP, but I have apparently bullied 2 members of our Discord community, and now they've both gone radio silent. And listen, that's your prerogative. Like, feel free to not participate. But here's my perspective on conflict. I understand that I can piss people off. Sometimes I could say things that maybe you don't like. I feel like it's your responsibility to tell me if I have upset you. I'm not really interested in like, ooh, are you mad at me? Ooh. I'm not really interested in that. Like, I kind of just operate off of the assumption that like if somebody's upset with me, they're going to tell me. And so, if you haven't told me you're upset with me, then we're cool. But yeah, I guess there's been a couple people that haven't liked what I've said in voice chat. So if you want to come fucking argue with me in voice chat, square up. Anyway, why do you keep saying DC? I like ending conflicts loudly. I'm horribly upset your road trip went around your state. I know! I went, like, basically everywhere except for where you are. DC is not shorthand for Discord. Nobody says that. Anyway. That's why I haven't streamed in, like, since June 16th or 15th or something like that. It's been basically 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 2 months. I don't know. But yeah, I always say I'm gonna stream more, and then I do for like a week. I'm like, I'm gonna stream more, hee hee. And then I stream for like 4 days. And then one of these things happens, and then I don't. But yeah, if you want to teehee, if you want to hang out with me, Discord is probably the best place. But that's not to say, I don't even know if that Discord link works anymore. But that's not to say that I won't stream ever again. Hopefully it'll be less than 2 months from now for my next stream. I do want to get back to Yakuza 4. Because we were playing Yakuza 4 on stream. This one. And we are not that far into it. I have 4 out of 48 achievements. I think we were on like chapter 4. So anyway, I will close that and close this. Also, wait, are these open? No. Oh. I feel compelled to quit my games instead of leaving them. I don't like quick resume. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I unlocked 2 achievements. Okay. Oh, I've been really enjoying this game. Let's build a zoo. It's also on Game Pass. Um, I can't tell you anything about it other than it's a zoo that you run. Look at my zoo. It's got stuff. Look at all this. This is how big my zoo is. Um, you can tell, like, I started in this square and it's very, like, detailed. And then, like, as you get further out, like, some of these are, like, not really finished. Oh! Uh... We will pay you... Whoa. Accept a contract and get 5,000. Hell yeah. Okay. Give one rabbit to me. Okay. Oh. I don't have the right rabbit for you, I guess. I know, meta. What's up, Swordier? But yeah, this is my zoo. I usually play it on 3 times speed. Because that's the kind of person I am. And then you like, oh, I could buy another bus now. Look at all these buses I've got. Ignore where it says low water. Everybody's fine. An animal keeper is blocked. Oh, you're fine. You can get in there. What are you talking about? What is she on about? I don't want to move this too far. Guess I'll put it here. What is blocking your path? Move gate. How can you not get to it? I don't understand. Wait. Here's the gatekeeper here. You can totally get to this. I'm watching them walk to it. What is your problem? They put the food in there. They got to it. I don't understand. I don't know. I'm gonna quit the day anyway. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. That's been my stream. Thank you for joining me for my TED Talk about top reasons Steph hasn't streamed. I hope you enjoyed the photos and the reasons. Look at all these chickens. Just doing a little recap here. For anyone who missed it, there's the bear. Look at the bear. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go hang out in Discord voice chat now, so that's where I'll be. But I'll probably stream again. Look at all these chicken nuggets. Oh, Scarecrow Man. Let the noti hit? The noti. Oh, thanks for the resub. 24 months? That's 2 whole schmears. Thanks, Scarecrow Man. I'm sorry. And thank you. For the resub. Yeah. This has been an interesting TED Talk of the reasons Steph hasn't streamed. And I will maybe stream again tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Maybe we'll play some more Yakuza. Maybe I'll play that zoo game. I'm kind of liking the zoo game right now. But thanks so much for watching. Um, I haven't. I don't. I don't think anyone that I follow is streaming right now. So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna read anyone. It's me and my 7 viewers. Um. So yeah, thanks. Thanks so much for watching. Are you excited for Returnal in October? No. Will you play with me? I'll be excited if you play it with me. I cannot fucking beat Returnal. I have tried. It's been 87 years. I can't do it. But maybe we can in October. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe in 8 weeks. Probably tomorrow. Probably more likely tomorrow than in 8 weeks. Okay, good night. Bye.